President Biden with a strong message as Washington commemorates 1 year since pro-Trump supporters stormed the Capitol.
And tonight we're hearing what leaders and lawmakers are saying about the January 6th insurrection. We're also looking toward the future and how educators plan to discuss the history of the riot. In a rare speech, Attorney General MERRICK Garland says the probe is far from over. Now, Capitol Police talking about the effect the attack has had on their operations in recent months.
The events of January 6th did expose critical departmental failures and deficiencies with operational planning, intelligence, staffing, training, and equipment.
Whether they were present that day or were otherwise criminally responsible for the assault on our democracy, we will follow the facts wherever they lead.
The vice president slamming the thousands that entered the Capitol, saying they unleashed chaos and carnage on the symbol of American democracy.
What they were assaulting were the institutions, the values, the ideals that generations of Americans have marched, picketed, and shed blood to establish and defend.
The riot sending shockwaves around Washington and around the country, and it's leading to conversations about how January 6th will be taught in the future. So let's bring in Local 5's Mary Sugden. She's in studio tonight with what education experts say about how they hope the conversation is handled in classrooms and what parents should know about conversations at home. Mary.
Yes, Stephanie, it's no secret that conversations about the January 6th riots can be divisive for adults. So how can teachers approach a topic like this in the classroom? I spoke with longtime teacher Mike Baranek. He's also the head of the Iowa State Education Association. Now, he says this topic is one that educators cannot shy away from and is best tackled by sticking to the facts of the day.
There are people who dispute what happened, but the videos are there. We have recordings that show what kind of actions took place.
These are the videos Mike Baranek is talking about. Factual proof of what happened on January 6, 2021, and a powerful resource for educators trying to cover this event in their classroom.
Teachers are being cautious about the kind of conversations they have, but they still want to teach the truth. And they still want our historical facts to be presented.
While Baranek says teachers have to be cognizant of students' ages and what they can comprehend, the former third grade teacher says he would have discussed it in his class.
I would have had a conversation just about what had transpired and what that meant in terms of our Constitution and the rights of those children that I was working with, and allow them to begin to put themselves in the world and figure out how they're going to be a part of a democratic society.
But it's not just in the classroom where children can be breaking down what happened this day. Mental health experts say it should also be happening at home.
And so when we're explaining to our children, we could say that there's people who see the world differently than us, but that doesn't mean that their way of trying to have violence or have destructiveness works. We have to find a way to have greater connectivity, not divisiveness.
Dr. Scott Terry says this event can be a teachable moment for parents, showing children that while they may not see eye to eye with everyone, they can learn to better understand others' perspectives while always remembering violence is never the answer.
Let's think through different ways we could, have a better society and a better world, and something you could do as a child. Maybe you want to be a teacher yourself, or a therapist, or a politician who is an honest, sincere politician who wants to make a difference in the world.
And Dr. Terry says if kids bring up questions of anxiety or are fearful seeing some of those images, parents should talk to them about those fears, helping them to better understand what exactly is upsetting them and reassure them that they are safe and will continue to be. In the studio, Mary Sugden, Local 5 News, We Are Iowa.
Mary, thank you. Iowa lawmakers also marking the day. Iowa Democratic Party Chair Ross Wilburn saying, quote, "It is our duty to protect and maintain the foundations of our democracy, must hold those accountable who planned, incited, and participated in the attack on the U.S. Capitol." A reminder, several Iowans who were charged in the riot are still awaiting their day in court. One man, Daryl Johnson, pleaded guilty to felony charges earlier this week. For the latest, head to our website, weareiowa.com.